What's up, guys? Trailer Fly Gamer here, and this is going to be a discussion about Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. You know, the things we've been seeing in these scans, trailers, you know, interviews, stuff like that. The new stuff like hack and slash, Jutsu clashes, if people like them or not. You know, the boss battles and the trailers we've been seeing. It's been a lot of great stuff, so I'm pretty much going to discuss what I think about them and some things that need to be implemented or could be or make it better. So we can start with the Jutsu clashes. I think personally, offline, maybe even free battle with friends, you can maybe, you know, put it on. Not online though, that would be a terrible decision because, you know, that would just decide who, you know, goes first. Because whoever has the faster speed reaction would win every time. But with this, you know, with offline you can do it for fun. I mean, maybe have like where the says you can edit the time. You can edit whether you want Jutsu clashes on or off. That would be great. But some Jutsu clashes don't even work. That's the only bad part. Like, for example, this one. Kakashi and Guy Sensei. Okay, his dynamic entry and his Chidori should definitely not be a Jutsu clash. Like, his foot would be obliterated. Let's be serious. This one, not sure. Tsunade maybe could hold it back, but I'm not sure. This one, definitely no. Same thing with the Kakashi and Guy Sensei one. The Rasengan would obliterate Tsunade's arm and it would be done. You can't clash that. And not that Tsunade wins in this. Okay, next. We're going to talk about boss battles. Storm 2 had some epic boss battles, you know, at the ending where we had to fight Pain versus, you know, Sage Mode Naruto versus Pain. Epic. You know, the cinematics. It was challenging somewhat, you know, when you first started off you couldn't, maybe, I mean I beat it on the first try, but I know people who were having hard times with it. Because I play on the hardest difficulty. I'm be doing, you know, Storm 3 boss battle videos, and I'm hoping the boss battles are going to be just as good, you know. Storm 2 made a great thing for that. I mean, in Storm 1 they really didn't have anything. It was a good story. I love the introductions in that game, but when it came to the boss battles and, you know, in-depth story mode, Storm 2 had it perfect. And Generations ruined it with the whole, you know, just having, just pretty much like an arcade type of thing where you just fight and that's it. No story behind it, no nothing. It wasn't all that great to me, but it did let us go straight online when we wanted to after we got all the characters. So that was pretty good. I liked it, but I'd rather have the boss battles and the story instead of just an arcade. Now as we see here, we see Storm 3, you know, Naruto and Sasuke, the story behind it. This is where we coming back, you know, we're going to have boss battles even more than before. We had about 6 or 7 in Storm 2, and this one's going to have, you know, probably 11, you know, Konoha versus Kyuubi, Naruto versus Kyuubi, Sasuke versus Naruto, Sasuke versus Danzo, you know, stuff like that. This is going to be epic. The boss battles are going to be beast. Hoping the cinematics are going to be just as good. And a very in-depth story mode. Because, you know, having an in-depth story mode is very important. You know, keep it going, have fun with the story, and then we can go straight online. Next, hack and slash. Now the hack and slash should be this part of the story where Sasuke comes into the, you know, Kage Summit and tears it up. That should be it. Now, separate game mode or, you know, something like that, or having the story like that, they're not gonna have that. But I wouldn't like it. Kind of like an impact thing. I'm not a big fan of it. But to have it a separate game mode, I mean, if they want to, yeah, why not? I think it would be pretty decent. Something other to play than story. You know, they had survival and Generations, and it was pretty good. As you guys see here is some Tekken 6 gameplay showing the story for where you could play with any character you wanted and just pretty much it's like the hack and slash. It's a free just beat 'em up type of thing, and you could have fun. Now the story mode I didn't really like because I didn't like, this wasn't what Tekken was, so it kind of throws it off just like it would do in Generations. So to have a story like that would be terrible, not a good idea. But just as that part of where Sasuke goes to the Kage Summit and tears it up, yeah, that's perfect. Separate game mode, maybe. Back with this again. This was in another discussion I had. Open world. You know, they could have open world even with 360, making multiple discs just to keep the space and the epic stuff that's in it. Open world, people really like that. You know, people hated pretty much having to go 3 steps and then, you know, pretty much go to a pause screen and wait. It was not cool. I mean, it wasn't a long story, so it got picky, but it was okay. I could deal with it. But open world's very important. They should definitely implement it. I think they might if they do go with the extra disc thing for Xbox 360, PS3 has a lot more space on it. So with the disc, so you can, keep it all in one. Next, guest characters. Lars was a guest character on Storm 2, which he should be returning because they said all characters on Storm 2 will be returning to Storm 3. And people were saying, what about if they had other guest characters like, Ichigo from Bleach or Goku from Dragon Ball Z, as we all know. And Sand Island, great website by the way, they keep us updated. They made a guest thing and they showed, the Jutsus and the kunais they would have and stuff like that. And it looked pretty decent. I mean, to have guest characters is okay. I wouldn't really use them because it throws off the elements of the game, but I mean, throwing in a little flavor from other games to, get more character use out of it, I mean, I'm fine with it. I would love to play with Ichigo, Goku, Natsu, people like that I wouldn't care about, but, some characters are okay to use. Next, I'm talking about the extra hit. I don't have any of that, but pretty much the extra hit that they implemented into Storm 3 is where you can do an extra hit instead of doing like, the LB/RB, and you can get a combo off with it. If they don't have any subs, it's pretty good to use, but it does take your support. I don't think it takes chakra, so that's good. It's just like a normal team, support move, and you can actually get probably a team attack, team ultimate off of it, something like that. But yeah, for the guest characters thing, pretty good idea overall. It all depends on how we look at it. Now, as we see Lars Ultimate, it was pretty creative. Now, with Goku's and all that, I would love for it to be detailed, not just something random because they couldn't think of anything. Now, I need to catch my breath. Alright, so anyways, let's keep going. After this, cutscene with the health time S rank, fresh. Okay, next. Now we're talking about DLCs. They have a Goku costume for Naruto, which you will get if you pre-order the game. I'm pre-ordering it, so I'm getting the costume. That's pretty much leading me to talk about the different DLC, because Matsuyama said that they're going to have other DLCs in the game during the New York Comic Con. So, what type of DLCs would we like to see? I mean, I'm looking for, maybe character updates, things they can add to the game, like more characters, more storyline, if they didn't add everything to this game. But at the same time, that would make no room for the next one. So, not really sure about that. But, that's pretty much the basic of this. Pretty much, what type of DLCs would you guys like to see in this game? Let's see. Maybe more game modes. I'm not sure. I'm hoping they put tag team like always. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys liked my discussion. And alright, I'm out.
負け犬になんかならねえし、お前を倒した英雄になんかにもならねえ。だからこそ俺はここで答えを見つけてみせる。